welcome back to Zagami Beauty. I'm Krysia. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, nice to have you guys back. Today's going to be a foundation review. And it's a relatively new foundation. It's a new one from Givenchy Prisme Libre, and it's the glowing version, so Skin Caring Glow Foundation. I'm really excited to try this on for you guys. We'll do a full day wear test, or as much as possible. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'll probably come back after I put the kids to bed just to give you guys a little bit of a sort of recap on how it wore throughout the rest of the day. Of course, before we get started, I invite you to subscribe, to ring the notification bell, lets you know when I upload new videos. Again, being a small YouTuber, that really helps to make sure that you guys see my videos. Also, I'm on Instagram. Definitely go over there. I do a lot of like tidbits that I probably wouldn't be doing a full video on, and I share a little bit about my life as well, so definitely join me on Instagram. Same tag at Zagami Beauty. That is it, you guys. Let's get straight into this foundation. Okay, so what is this foundation all about? Givenchy came out with the Prisme Libre, the long wearing version. I think it's like a 24-hour foundation back probably last year, 2 years ago maybe. It has really good reviews as well. Definitely more of a skin-like natural matte type finish. I've never tried it personally myself, but when this glow version came out, I was right on it, and I purchased it online, so I hope the color's okay. N250, which is a neutral undertone. We'll see. I think it looked okay when I was kind of just checking it out in the bottle. It's supposed to be just very moisturizing, very glowy. It does say 12-hour glow, 24-hour moisture. Doesn't make sense to me, to be honest, using that term, but it's supposed to be relatively long wearing for what it is, more of a sheer to medium finish. Honestly, the first thing I noticed when I looked at the ingredients is that it doesn't really have any straight up silicones in the ingredients list. I mean, I went over it a few times and I don't see a straight up silicone. I think that's fantastic. I mean, silicones I'm used to having in makeup. I don't mind it because it's going on top of my skin. It's not like it's skincare or anything like that. But the fact that it doesn't makes me think that it's going to have a little bit more of a flexible polymer effect, less of that slippy effect, if you know what I mean, maybe more balmy. Super luxe packaging, nice heavy glass bottle. One side you have the name of the product, the other side Givenchy. Open up the cap, and the component or pump is quite large, so the cap covers that whole part, and it's just a beautiful presentation overall. This side I'm going to apply with a kabuki brush. This side we'll go over with a damp sponge just to see if there's a difference in application when it comes to this formula. I'll use about a half a pump on each side. Beautiful light floral scent, almost similar to like the Chanel Hydra Beauty line. Has that same slightly sweet floral but fresh scent. And then let's blend it out. Really nice fresh scent. I mean, I like scented makeup. If you don't, I mean, Givenchy may not be for you because I feel like they scent a lot of their products. Powder included. Bronzers, yeah, I just feel like a lot of their stuff is scented. I do have some breakouts, which is in a way probably good for a foundation review. It doesn't necessarily cover them. And I knew it. I knew because of the lack of silicone, it was gonna be more balmy. It actually feels already quite moisturizing, almost like a cocooning kind of like gel but moisturizing effect. The coverage is very sheer, maybe built up to a medium. Let's maybe put on one more little layer just to see if we can build it up. I normally wouldn't, I like a sheer coverage, but just to see if we can build it up. You guys, it built up really nice. I don't see any accentuation to texture, which is what I have usually around this area. My pores aren't usually that big, but sometimes foundations can still accentuate them, and it's not. And it does feel bouncy. It literally feels like almost like pseudo skincare, almost like a tinted moisturizer would feel, but more coverage than that. So I think with 2 layers, I got a decent, maybe not a super crazy full out medium, but close. Okay, so let's go to the other side. So I like to just kind of like spread it around if I'm using a sponge, and then go over it with a sponge, just so it's not like clunked in one spot. Nice damp sponge, and let's blend. The color match is really good. So if you're in a similar kind of like neutral skin tone as I am, this color would work really, really well. I'll leave some common foundation colors that I am in the description box, just for reference. It just looks on point with all the foundations I like to use, which was really lucky. Okay guys, this finish is insanely beautiful. It is just so glowy, but skin-like. And again, I do have definitely more coverage on there, so you can build it up really beautifully. And this is just more of an everyday kind of like sheer effect, which is fantastic that you can build it up and still retain that really juicy, bouncy, glowy effect. It didn't fully dry down, so we are going to powder just a touch. Let's go over and do some concealer. My Charlotte Tilbury Magic Concealer. This is in the shade 3-4. Weirdest packaging ever, but the product is just so good. Concealer applied seamlessly, absolutely beautiful. Guerlain Meteorites for the under eye. And Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder, which I'm almost done. I have a backup though in Fair. Very light set, and that just took down some of the tackiness. So that feels really good, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I will see you guys right after that. Okay, I'm back, you guys, and I just finished putting on the rest of my makeup. It's actually another video. It's going to be the clearance summer collection review and try on, so stay tuned for that. I'm not sure which video is going to be first, but that's the makeup look I came up with using that collection over top of course, the Givenchy foundation, which is absolutely stunning. I just cannot get over how good this foundation looks. It looks equally as good on film as it does in real life. Both sides have slightly different coverage. If you remember, this side had that 2 layers, so a true medium, and this side was a sheared out 1 layer with the sponge. And both sides look flawless, and just my skin feels so bouncy and dewy and youthful. It is just a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It is glowy, yes, but it's not greasy. And I do feel it's because of the formula. Like I said, I didn't notice any, of course, oils. That's pretty much a given for most foundations these days. But I didn't notice any straight up silicones. And the formula just has such a beautiful flex to it. And it's not water-based, so it doesn't create that dry effect. It has some sort of polymers or magic where it just creates this beautiful cushion effect on the skin. It's moisturizing, it reflects light even after slightly setting it. I can't say enough good things about it. The biggest thing is going to be, of course, how well it wears. So it is about 1:30 now, and I just want to get it to at least 8 or 9 o'clock. That gives us at least 6 to 8 hours. I'm gonna leave you there for now, but so far I am so impressed. Okay guys, I'm back. It is about 8:30, so 7 hours of wear time. Cocktail later, because if you can't go on vacation, you bring the vacation here. I don't usually drink colorful drinks, but my hubs just made that and it's quite delicious. Anything tequila is quite delicious in my opinion. So where are we at? We have finished putting the kids to bed. Bath time, water splashing, hugs, kisses, cuddles. So needless to say, lots happens at the end of the night just before their bedtime where there's really lots of hands-on, like I mentioned. So it's a good test for longevity, for wear, and it really passed the test with flying colors, you guys. This looks so intact and so lovely still, and it hasn't gotten greasy or like slick at all, especially my T-zone. I am combination skin, so my T-zone tends to get really slick if the foundation is too kind of like glowy, dewy, or moisturizing or whatnot. I still feel like my makeup's for the most part intact. I have some blush missing where I'm hugging and stuff. I just am so impressed with this foundation. I also feel that it just feels still very light. It doesn't feel like it's separating and you just want to get it off your face. And it literally feels like it's flexing with my expressions, with any of my fine lines, creases. It's just stayed on there so beautiful. It just looks so intact. And I'm not getting like any creasing, any separation. It looks really good. I can't say enough good things about this. It does have a fragrance in it. That's pretty much the only negative. Again, not for me. I love fragrance and it's a very light, fresh fragrance. It's not cloying at all and it doesn't last. It dissipates quite quickly. So I do like it, but for someone who doesn't like fragrance products, that's going to be sort of the one potential negative. Otherwise, I think it would suit most skin types. If you're super oily, it depends if you like a glowy finish because you can always set it down just that little bit so it doesn't go too slick on you. So I would still give it a try if you have more of an oilier skin type and you want to maintain a glowy look. Combination normal to dry and you like glowy and dewy looks, you'll be in heaven. You'll be absolutely in heaven. Finding the correct shade might be tricky because I don't know if it's available in stores to swatch, but the pictures are pretty good. The swatches online are pretty good and I was able to pick the correct shade for me. There are 29 shades, I believe, so a decent range in shades. Just think it looks so fresh and youthful. I just can't say enough good things about it. I hope this video helped you guys. Let me know down below if you guys have tried this foundation. What are your thoughts on it? All the best, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.